Robert Hight, you see him right there. He is the #1 qualifier, and he could back up and run a national record on this pass. Now, then the other story, of course, is Matt Hagan. He was the body that totally disintegrated yesterday, and Matt Hagan is over in lane number 4.
Then, I want to talk about Robert Hight being in lane number 2. We just saw Ron Capps make that 403. He was running 271 miles per hour at the 8th mile. So the track conditions, especially in that lane, for a fact, are outstanding. So if Robert Hight was going to go for it, this would be the run to do it. But the other thing is, too, you want to make sure you get to the next round. So it just depends on how hard Jimmy Proc's going to push it. But Jimmy Proc's been known to be pretty aggressive. Upset.
Robert and Arend get together. Arend and Hight bounce off one another. It's going to be Paul Lee and Matt Hagan that will transfer on into the second round, but those two bounced off one another. Did some damage, too. Ashley Forrest-Hood looks on at her teammate. Look at that.
Got the timing block there right in the front of that Mustang.
Take a look at this one. Lanes 1 and 2 being the key.
You saw Robert, as soon as that thing left the starting line, it went into tire shake. He had to backpedal it, and it spun again. Looked like he backpedaled again, and then the car just careened over into that left-hand lane and just tagged Jeff Arend. Now watch right there. He's already backpedaling once. The thing's skating around, got back on it again, and then that thing made a left turn when he got it out of the groove. And boy, that thing just moved right over into Jeff Arend.
Don't you just find there's so much going on, it's hard to know where to look from one millisecond to the next?
And look, you got cylinder out on Arend's car, and then he backpedals, it carries the front end, shakes again, he hits it one more time. See, that's the thing. If he'd have been making a good run, he'd have been far enough ahead from Robert Hight to avoid that contact. But you see Robert Hight was having troubles of his own, obviously, in that lane, and just goes over there and...
Wow.
I mean, that was a pretty good hit.
That's a hit.
I tell you, both drivers did a good job to keep those cars going straight after that hit, I'll tell you. I don't care if they were out of the throttle.
Wow, nice piece of driving by Robert.
Well, maybe after he crossed the center line, it wasn't a good piece of driving up to that point.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And Arend actually did a good job, too. I mean, he really, like I said, he was out of the throttle. Or he just gotten out of the throttle and got the chutes out, but I mean, Arend didn't hardly even move one bit. I mean, he just kind of stayed right, focused on his lane and right down there. And you can see the damage on that DHL Toyota body there, and the header smashed over. So yeah, that was a good job by both drivers after the contact, I believe.
Yeah, that's a little touch over 200 miles an hour.
Wow. I gotta say, I never experienced that, but if you're Jeff Arend or that would have to get your attention.
There's so many senses being assaulted in a single drag race. Gary Gerald.
Well, you're getting a close-up look once again here at the bodywork of the DHL car driven by Jeff Arend. Robert Hight has just come over here and shaken his head in apology. Boy, that has got to be a frightening situation, and there's virtually no time to react. What was it like for you?
Yeah, no, really, that's the whole thing about the 4-wide is you can't see the other two cars. Ours shook. I pedaled again, and then I saw Robert out the window. I kept keep your foot into it, obviously, and the next thing I saw, the car pretty close. Gave me a pretty good shot. Didn't look quite as bad as that, but we're all trying to win, obviously, and it's nobody's fault. I mean, it's hard when you can't see the other cars. There's just one guy against you, if you're winning or losing. Here, you got to go right to the finish line. So exciting to watch, that's for sure.
Got another body?
We got another body, yeah. So we'll get this one all fixed up. DHL guys are doing great. We got the Cowboys here this weekend, Red Line Oil. So they give us money. We can fix it.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, no problem.
Well, the Lucas Oil funny car ladder, just poking right out the front of the car.
That hood ornament is not supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be there. Well, the ladders will look like this with Hagan, Paul Lee, Ashley Forrest-Hood, and Cruz Pedregon. Paul Lee got his first big win here on Jim Dunn's 76th birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. And the other one, Capps, Wilkerson, Beckman, and Force. That's going to be fun to watch.
With Robert Hight, and he has been out here with his crew assessing the damage. How disappointing is this?
Oh, I really feel bad for those guys over there. You know, I should have kept it in my lane. It really irritates me that I didn't do a better job driving. It was shaking, and I pedaled it, and I actually hooked back up, thought it was going, and then it just shot me to the inside, and next thing I know, it's over there. And I tried getting it back, but I knew I hit him. I felt really bad, but sorry to those guys. If there's anything I can do to help them, I will.
Thanks, Robert.
Boy, just so much going on all at one time when you go 4 wide. Robert Hight, always the gentleman, feels bad about the impact he may have had.
Now, you heard Robert talk about how it shot him over. Now, watch his lane. When that left tire gets off of that good right there, well, that the right tire's in good rubber. The left tire starts spinning. It's a straight axle, and it just turns that car left. And that's exactly what Robert felt. But he should have been out of that. He should have never let it get past that black part onto that asphalt. That's what caused that car to make that hard left turn. Watch again, lane number 2. Now, he pedaled a couple times, and the car wants to drift over there. Now, when it made its move was when that left tire, like I said, got on that virgin concrete, if you will. It just drove that car left.
So a fairly significant moment avoided. They just brushed one another at 200 miles an hour.